There are plenty of rare and unique Ninjago sets that I'm sure many of you have all heard of before. The two Bricktober packs are probably the most infamous right now. Both only had 4 minifigures and now sell for over $100 on the aftermarket. Official retail sets, such as the Dawn of Iron Doom, which now sells for over $300, are much harder to get now that their shelf life has come to an end, but at the end of the day, there are still lots of people out there who have them and know about them because they were available worldwide. But what about the rare Ninjago sets that you've never heard of? That's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. To compile this list, I used the world's largest online LEGO database, Brickset. I organized sets by the fewest owned in their community and combined that with my own knowledge of what's popular and what isn't in the Ninjago community itself. Starting us off, we have a set that I shockingly discovered while making my every Ninjago minifigure ever video for the first time. When I saw this figure pop up in my research, I was shocked that I didn't already own it, and I quickly found out why. The Sky Pirates Battle Polybag was released as a gift with purchase in LEGO stores and LEGO Shop at Home for a very limited time back in 2016. What most don't know is that this seemingly insignificant polybag had an entirely exclusive Sky Pirate minifigure. This variant of Siren featured a torso and leg print not seen outside of this GWP. Alongside the minifigure, you got an actual eye patch to wear, a full-size paper map, and a small robot build. Most quickly discarded this set as a throwaway promo, mainly because it included non-LEGO items like the eye patch and map. To most, this Siren minifigure here seemed like a repeat from the sets at first glance, and as such, was deemed insignificant. Very few folks went out of their way to get this polybag, thus creating its rarity. You can find a small handful of these for sale on the aftermarket, and since very few know of its exclusivity, you shouldn't have to pay too much to secure it. For those that remember, trading cards were a huge part of the inception of the Ninjago theme back in 2011. You'd buy a spinner for $10, and a small handful of cards would come with it to assist in matches. What you probably didn't know is that LEGO released 2 different buildable stands to house your favorite card. The first one had an unusually long set number, 2856134, and was available at LEGO Shop at Home for a mere 6 months and was priced at $7 US. The incredibly short shelf life gives me the feeling that this didn't sell too well, and to be honest, I can kinda see why. Ninjago is a kid's theme, and as such, the sets are mostly meant to be played with, and you can't really play with a trading card stand. The second time around, LEGO tried to make the stand more appealing to its younger audience, including a minifigure to try and add more value. Unfortunately, the price for some reason more than doubled as this new stand was priced at $15 US. That's $5 more than a singular spinner set. Even so, it seemed that the minifigure drove at least a small amount of sales because this item lasted on LEGO store shelves for almost an entire year. And after its retirement, LEGO completely did away with the trading card game for Ninjago, and as you would expect, the need for trading card stands died along with it. While we're on the topic of the trading cards, let's talk about the booster packs. These were small plastic bags that retailed for $5 in the US and came with a single minifigure, an array of weapons and attachments for their respective spinner, and a handful of trading cards. Talk about getting your money's worth. 11 of these packs were made to coincide with the release of the spinners and were available worldwide at local retailers. However, they shockingly lasted on shelves for only a couple of months before they were given the axe. I can't quite speak as to why this is, because I can't imagine a product as cheap as this didn't at least sell semi-well. Perhaps LEGO just wanted to keep all eyes and all wallets on the more expensive spinner sets and felt that these took away sales from them. Either way, if you ever saw these packs on shelves, consider yourself lucky. Their 2 to 3 month shelf life meant that not many others got that privilege. Okay, so you've probably heard of the arcade pods from Prime Empire, but have you heard of the training pods? Kai's Dojo Training Pod marked the beginning of this strange sub-theme. The product was available as a gift with purchase from LEGO's website and featured an incredibly common Kai minifigure in his training robes. The real collectability of this set was the actual pod itself, which featured a lenticular print of Kai on the front. The pod could be folded open to display a small weapons rack build on the left and a minifigure stand on the right with a printed backdrop. 6 months later, 2 more training pods dropped on LEGO's website for $9 each, one for Jay and one for Cole. What differentiated these from the Kai set wasn't just the Sons of Garment on packaging. These two sets actually included an exclusive and collectible piece aside from the pod itself. Both Ninja here received a Kendo training helmet in their respective color. 3 months later, these were followed up with Zane's pod in March. It was released in the same vein as Kai's pod as a qualifying gift with purchase. And yes, it included another exclusive Kendo helmet. Then, for the rest of 2018, we got radio silence from this sub-theme. The 5 people who knew about the pods began to wonder if they had died out, but in January of 2019, we got one last hurrah as the final pod was released, for Lloyd this time. Once again, we got an exclusive colored Kendo mask for him. Interestingly enough, we never got one for Nia to be able to complete the team. I'm guessing these didn't sell too well, and if there was plans for a Nia pod, I'm sure they were quickly canceled after the others sold so poorly. Since many are unaware of the existence of the pods, there's never really been a discourse around the idea of these exclusive Kendo helmets. So I turn to you, the viewer. Do these helmets constitute labeling these figures as a suit collection? If the original Kendo suits count as their own collection, surely these should too. Let me know down in the comments. If you're from America, much like myself, there's a good chance you don't know about the distribution of minifigures over in Europe. Overseas, LEGO magazines are sold in retail stores and often include a singular minifigure in a paper bag. These are often figures that come in more expensive sets, and the magazines are a cheaper alternative for many. We've never seen any sort of exclusive figure come in these bags, but we often see rare and expensive ones from bigger sets brought into them quite often. Most recently, we got all of the brand new climber suits from the March Wave in these bags here. A handful of the suits were exclusive to the $120 Wolf Mask Shadow Dojo, so to get them for under $10 each was a miracle sent straight from the LEGO gods. Folks in Europe are doing quite well with these. I suppose the only actual exclusive element in these is the packaging itself, but for all of those alongside me in the US here, this may be a rare sub-theme you've never heard of. Comment down below if you want them to bring to the US, and all of America. I know I certainly want that. So, which sets in this video had you not heard of? If you're a super fan of Ninjago like myself, then most of these probably weren't a surprise to you, but for the casual fan, you probably learned something new today. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any of these rare sets here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It would mean the world to me, and it helps the channel out a ton. Stay tuned for more videos coming very soon, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.